Now that we have that first dry brushing on, we're going to go again, but we're going to plus up and add another drop of that ivory. As we go with each of these brighter and brighter coats, we want to cover less and less of the figure. So now I'm only going to go to about the end of the thigh, top of the knee. We're not going to worry about the feet and the back of the calf, as we're going to, again, simulate this light from above look. Let's see if we can get this in focus a bit. Good. And it's nice and subtle. And we're just going to keep building up these subtle layers, and it's going to give us a little bit more coverage and brightness every time. So we're going to stop around just the knee height, and you can see, right, the brightness difference between here and here is already noticeable. And we're going to slowly work that gradient up until the head and the top of the shoulders are really the brightest and most interesting part of the paint job. Make sure we get all the way around. All right, plus up and go one more drop of ivory. At this point, we're basically at pure ivory, so we're only going to go maybe the chest and up. Right, so we'll come all the way over here. Oh, too much. These later layers you definitely want as a dry brush, not an overbrush, so make sure you take the time to get rid of the excess paint. Right, and like you can already see, again, how much light this is implying onto the figure. Take a little bit on the top of the knee, just so the fall off isn't so sudden. Something like that. And he's about good for now. So we'll do the last move. We're going to switch it up, go even brighter, and go to bright ivory. We're not going to mix this into the old one. It's going to just be on its own. Take our brush. And bright ivory is probably the closest I'll ever go to white on a miniature, unless I'm literally painting something that is intended to be white. It still has enough interesting color to it where it doesn't look off-putting, where white can often flatten things out.
Make it look kind of cartoony if it's left to its own devices without any color tint to it. Now on this layer, I'm just doing top of the arms, top of the shoulder, and the face. Right, and we have, we're adding all of this lightness. We have desaturated the model quite a bit. We don't really have any more of that lovely khaki color that came with the golden brown in those first layers. But that's not too big a deal, because once we put on some dots of mummified skin color, we are going to hit this with that brown wash, and it's really going to even everything back out a bit. So I'm going to do this to the other mummy, and we'll pick up.